Buzz.
Yeah, we are.
There you go.
Hey.
There you go. Okay, all right. We got proof right there.
Some guy that seems like he's asleep. Need you to wake up, Gilbert. There's a lot of energy.
Come on,
going
Gilbert.
here.
Let's go.
Come on. Dan and Dago is at Moe's.
I'll show you. I got it right.
Okay, that's it. You guys, I am done with mine, but that's pretty much it. Couldn't get better than a 2026 6th-round pick swap for a 7th-rounder. So
Freaking love you, Chad.
Hey, dude. Cool, man.
Compas on the beat, man. Derwin James signing off, man. Watch Compas on the beat, man.
Welcome to What's Up, Bolts. I'm Fernando Ramirez. Derwin James obviously was half right there. It's obviously What's Up, Bolts. Compas on the beat, same thing under the same umbrella. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I know it's a little bit later than when we do it most times, but some technical difficulties here and there. But thank you guys so much for jumping on and checking it out. How's everybody doing tonight? Big game this weekend. Big game against the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are coming in 5-1. I don't think anybody but one man would have predicted that the Colts would be this good right now. There was one individual that before the season got laughed at by Gilberto. He told him, "Hey, I have the Colts winning the division." And Gilberto laughed at him. And this individual said, "You can laugh at me all you want, but I believe in Shane Steichen." He doesn't believe in Danny Dimes, but he believes in Shane Steichen and what he kind of likes to run and everything. So that individual is here. That individual is ready. That individual is Dan and Dago.
Gilberto loves laughing at me until I'm right, because all of a sudden he's like, no. I never laughed. I never said that. And all of a sudden he has a rare case of amnesia. Brett, I'm surprised you're still up 10 p.m. Oh, my goodness, I'd be asleep.
Yeah, so definitely it should be a good one this weekend. Obviously, like I mentioned, the Colts got some juice. They really feel good about themselves. I'm sure they feel like they're playing good football. I'm sure they think that they should be 6-0. Especially after the game that they had against the Rams. I'm sure they feel like they should be in a better spot, but they're still in a good spot. They're playing good football right now, so I'm sure they're definitely excited about what they're cooking up and everything. But Dan, just your impression so far of the Colts.
I think the biggest thing, you stop Jonathan Taylor. You got to make Danny Dimes beat you, in my opinion. You got to stack the box. Make sure you, run to the football. Can't have any loafs out there. You got to make sure everybody is swarming to Jonathan Taylor. That way, every time he gets hit, he's going to want to think twice about getting up there. And then he's going to get tired in the second half if you're able to stuff him. Because, again, my whole thing is, when it comes to these type of teams, right, you gotta shut down their best player and make something or someone else beat you, right? You shut down Jonathan Taylor and Danny Dimes beat you, it is what it is. You're gonna live with it. But you cannot let this guy just run downhill, get it big explosive plays. And again, it's demoralizing to a defense when you know it's coming and you can't stop it. So I think to me, that's like the biggest thing. And obviously every week offensively, the biggest thing is sustaining drives and offensive line play. Nothing else matters. So we'll see what happens there.
Well, if you look at it, Jonathan Taylor is coming off a big game against the Cardinals. He had 21 carries, 123, 1 touchdown. Against the Raiders, 17 carries 2 weeks ago, 66 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had a 3-touchdown performance against the Titans as well, where he had 17 carries, 102 yards, 3 touchdowns. His big game this year was against the Broncos. He had 25 carries for 165. So it's so funny against the Broncos. Well, the Titans have a good defensive front, and the Cardinals, who their head coach is a defensive guy, they didn't have that good. Or he had great games against the Dolphins, against the Rams, and against the Raiders. He had less than 80 yards. So it just goes to show you how different the NFL is. But He's at right now. He's he has carried the ball 115 times for 603. He's averaging 5.2 yards a carry, which obviously does not bode well for a Chargers team that has just given up. They gave up 128 yards and 2 touchdowns to Achin, and then the week before that to rookie 7th round pick.
Yeah, to the Commanders. To the Commanders, making them look like
Jamaree
Lawrence Don Reagan's out there.
Jamaree Croskett Merritt had 14 carries, 111, 2 touchdowns. So, and then even the week before that, they had a matchup against Bo Scadaboo, and even Bo kind of went at them, and both of them, him and what's that? Jackson Dart. They both went at the Chargers. I was about to call him a clown. Scadaboo had 25 carries for 179. Jackson Dart had 10 carries for 54 and a touchdown. So the Chargers have struggled against the run, especially as of late. So the thing is I'm really interested to see what way the Chargers are going to attack the Colts this week, offensive or defensively, because obviously the Colts feature some good receivers on their team. They have Michael Pittman, former USC guy. I'm sure he's going to have a bunch of family there at the game. They have Josh Downs, who's one of the best slot receivers in the NFL. He's very fast, very shifty. He did not practice, though, on Wednesday with a concussion. Ashton Dolan, another receiver that they've liked, didn't practice, a chest injury. And then Charvarius Ward, cornerback, concussion, did not play or did not practice either. So that's going to be something to keep an eye out on both of them. But today, Dan, the Chargers got very good news, and this might help against Jonathan Taylor. Well, there's 2 big things. One, linebacker Denzel Perryman was a full practice, that ankle injury that he suffered during the Chiefs game. So he was a full participant. That should help. The other one was the Chargers opened the window for linebacker Khalil Mack. His 21-day window has officially been opened, and the media asked Jim Harbaugh about it, and this is what Jim had to say.
Yeah, it'd be big when he's able to come back, and great player, football player in every way, tremendous leader, coolest guy on the team, in my opinion. Well, I'll give you the latest example. Where the just non-mandatory things that guys are able to do. He does the most, and some things that some people think aren't cool, he does. And to me, if the coolest guy is doing something, then everybody else is going to think it's cool. And it's pretty cool to watch other people, do what he does, and try to understand that if it's working for Khalil, then it's got a good chance to work for them.
So, Dan, before I get your thoughts on that, Charlie, that I know there's pictures circulating on social media. I would take them with a grain of salt. Obviously, we in the media are only allowed to watch the first 15 minutes of practice, which is usually individuals. Herbert is with the quarterbacks and the quarterback coaches. Maybe they come over and do some handoffs with the running backs, or he throws the receivers or tight ends. It's usually, we don't get to see any of that stuff. So, I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's pictures out there, but I wouldn't read too much into it until Jim Harbaugh says it, or until you see it on the field of that happening. So I know people like to grab pictures and go through. By the way, shout out to Chargers Photography. I love those guys. Those guys are awesome. They do a great job over there. So shout out to them. But yeah, I would just I would take that with a grain of salt, because you guys don't want to get your hopes up, and then Sunday you see Bradley Bozeman out there which you just no. Well, I'm just being honest.
The way you said that.
No,
you said that.
I just don't want people to be disappointed when they're like, well, he was out there and we saw pictures on the internet. That's why. I mean, if you really notice, Charlie, Pop, Chris, like none of those guys grabbed those pictures. Why? Because you can't confirm anything until you know it when you see it on the field. Hell, 5 years ago, we thought that. Well, I thought when I saw Justin Herbert running out onto that field, I thought, wow, here we go. It's a wild.
Oh, I remember
putting
that.
Justin Herbert on the field during the first drive, and let's see what he can do to the Chiefs until they finally told us, hey, no, he has a punctured lung. You're like, ooh, poor.
Oh, I like this question, Charlie,
Taylor.
with back-to-back. Who has a higher ceiling, Bronson Reed or Braun Breaker?
Ooh, Charlie,
you need to put that on.
Let me try. Tsunami.
You need to put that on the regular Compas channel. That could be a whole segment, actually.
I love when Wade Barrett goes tsunami. But I'd go Braun Breaker. I think they can do a lot more with Braun Breaker. He has the history and everything, so I would definitely go with Braun Breaker on that one. Thank you for the question, Charlie. But yeah, guys, when it comes to the stuff that you guys see on social media, if you guys don't see it from Pop, Chris, like some of us who like cover the team, I just would take it with a grain of salt because you never know. I mean, there's a reason why those guys haven't tweeted it out or anything like that. So we'll see what happens on Sunday. Because again, Jim, you're gonna like people are gonna ask him, oh, Jim, and he's just gonna be like, the sun came out today. It's a great day. We're playing football.
It's a great day to be alive.
I've kind of gotten when you kind of push him on stuff, you could tell Jim. Like I remember, in New York when I asked him about the hits that Herbert had taken, he's like, "Can't happen." Okay, like just can't happen. We can't let Justin get hit like that. Well, what ways are you guys gonna fix it? We're gonna fix it. We can't let him get hit like that. And you're kind of like, okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
No. I love you too, Goon. Chill.
I'm with you though. Thursday and Friday I always get excited, and then Sunday comes out, and I'm like, oh shit.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is that you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt. The one thing is though that I think is a huge positive for them is that Khalil was back.
Oh yeah,
Khalil was working. I know he was limited, but Charlie, I'm 1000% with you. I would rather take I'd rather take a spear over a tsunami. But I'd rather the funniest spear is Jey Uso's spear.
God, that's not funny. That's bad.
I think it's positive that Khalil was out there.
Yeah.
I think it's a positive if you get Denzel back. I think Denzel. This is the kind of game that they need Denzel in. I know Denzel hasn't played in a while, but I think when you have a sure tackler like him, I think this game's going to be big for Tony Jefferson. Yeah. I think you have a sure tackler in Tony. I think you'll be able to
just don't leave your feet.
Well, yeah. But I think if Khalil's able to come back this week, and even if he gives you limited reps, I think that's way better than whatever anybody not named Oweh or Tui Pelotu are going to give you. And I think that will help set the edge. Obviously, Khalil knows his body, but Khalil's one of these guys that just he's a beast, man. When I saw him in New York and I looked at him and I'm like, "How are you feeling?" He's like, "I'm ready." I'm like, "Okay, all right, dog."
So,
you could tell it hurt him. It hurt him to watch him lose that game. It hurt him to watch him lose to the Commanders. So I think, wow, Charlie, my God, he said, I think we beat the Colts by 2 touchdowns.
Oh, my bad. I did that. My bad.
We stopped JT and they won't be able. Well, we'll get to the offensive side of the football, but Dan, just what Khalil Mack and Denzel Perryman bring. What's in your opinion? What do you think about?
I think what you get with Perryman obviously is a good run stopper, a hitter, and I think people are going to think twice trying to run through there. The other thing, Khalil also sets the edge, great pass rusher. The only thing I hope Jesse Minter does not do is play them every single down of that game. Yeah. And, I've kind of said this before, when it comes to these type of vets, those are the guys you need to put in on certain situations. third downs or for Perryman first down or short yardage or whatever you need, but you need to kind of limit their reps because, again, they're coming back from injury. Obviously, Perryman hasn't played in a lot of games. Khalil's missed, I think, 2 or 3 games. So the last thing you want to do is rush it back and make something worse. So I really, again, it just kind of goes to what we've been talking about in the sense that these young guys have got to step up. Thule's got to step up. These defensive linemen have to step up. I would say Bud Dupree, but we've kind of seen that writing on the wall right there. And that's the biggest thing. Like, you have to make adjustments to your philosophy or maybe not your philosophy, but to what you're trying to accomplish and do. Because, again, you're not getting pass rush. You can't just let them sit back there because you're not getting a pass rush and just stay in your regular zones. Like, you have to, do something to kind of make adjustments to that. So 100%, it's going to be interesting to see those guys back out there. And more importantly, in my opinion, it does something to the psyche where it's like everyone might have been sulking, feeling sorry for themselves. Oh, we got all these guys hurt. Then you have 2 great leaders coming back, and you're like, okay, now we're going to play with a little more rhythm and a little more juice. So let's see what happens on Sunday.
The other day, Dan, Gilbert, and you guys know, Gilbert's a pretty he's a pretty negative person when it comes to certain things, right? But Gilbert was saying on the show, Dan, on Lunas Live, he's like, Charger fans just need to hold on. Like, you just need to hold on a little bit, and these guys are going to come back. Guys are going to start coming back once Joe Alt comes back. Once some of these guys come back, things are going to change for the Chargers. I told Gilbert, I think they're more like the team that beat the Chiefs than they are the team that lost those 2 games in a row. And again, the big part about this weekend, Dan, that not a lot of people are emphasizing, this is an AFC matchup. You lost 2 NFC matchups. That's all right. You won the AFC matchup of last week. Now you're 4-0. I believe the Colts are 5-0. They're undefeated in the AFC as well. There's only 3 teams undefeated in the AFC. Undefeated when it comes to beating the conference. That's the Steelers, the Chargers, and the Colts. So this game this weekend's a big one. I think if the Chargers win, they hop over them in the standings, which would be great. You keep one more game ahead of some other teams. But it's just a big game for that reason. And then another reason is everybody believes that the Colts are now a really good team. So people think that you've fallen off. I know they saw the heroics from Justin Herbert last week.
It's not June, big dog.
Oh, see, Knox, their bye week isn't until after the Jaguars game, so that's mid-November. Mehul, I appreciate that. But it's a big game for that reason, is that it's an AFC matchup. They need to be able to win this game, and they need to be able to show teams, hey, yeah, no, we're for real. I know they're getting guys back. They're bringing guys back. Dan, speaking of that, as we'll jump over real quick to the offensive side. Yeah, Chris Rim spoke with Joe Alt, and
the face of ESPN, Chris Rim.
That's your guy. You want him on, don't you?
That's
want me to get him
dog.
on pretty soon?
On a day when after the season,
okay.
Towards November playoff push, that'll be perfect.
Okay. Wow. Mehul, I can't believe I'm in the same sentence as Justin Herbert. That's my guy, though.
That's the guy who's, has a 10 out of 10 at the house, or 12 out of 10 at the house, dude.
Oh, so Joe Alt said, I'm playing on Sunday. I'm not going to say I can't, or I can, or I can't. I'm just going to say that, like I said, I'm back on the field now. We're just going to continue to progress and see where it means for me going forward. On what percentage his ankle is at. It really varies day to day. I wouldn't say I'm at a set percentage point. I would say that I'm getting better, and that's kind of the idea. I'm continuing to progress in my recovery, getting back on the field some. So Dan, today he was a DMP.
Yeah,
he was a DMP.
I was about to say, I saw that tweet where he said, "Can we please retire this?"
He was a DMP. But he did work on the side. So him working on the side is huge.
Yeah.
Because obviously that means that he's getting back into it. One of the fears was, and I remember I spoke to some guys after the Commanders loss, was they did not want him rushing back. They wanted him to get back when he's ready to get back and then go full force. So
Yeah.
if he's back this weekend, that's huge. If they can get Khalil, him, and Denzel back this weekend, that's huge for the team. But they're going to take it easy. That's the one thing you have to give a lot of credit to for when it comes to Jim Harbaugh and his staff is that they take things slowly. They don't let guys just rush back. So that's definitely huge for him moving forward. It's something that you're going to have to monitor in the next 2 days, see where he's at. But real quick, one of the guys that seems to be making a lot of noise lately is Trey Harris, Dan. And I get it. Trey Harris right now only has, I think, 4 catches on the season, but it's not about his catches that are making him kind of stand out. It's the stuff that he's doing.
Blocking.
Like,
is he blocking?
And yeah. And Dan, remember a certain former running back /
If you
receiver
did not block, wait, what?
But what did a certain, he said those guys are just supposed to catch the ball and look fancy.
Oh yeah, Sir Eric, that horse manure he keeps saying. I thought
So
you meant
watch Trey Harris on this play.
Okay, let's see this.
Well, I mean, but
There you go. Does the job. Oh wow, he even fills in there. Oh damn, he's not scared. I like that. How many of the? I'm sure Eric was not a block. Oh wow, he even goes low on him. Yeah. But like again, like I'm sorry, to me, like you have so many tight ends, you can't find one to do that. Why are we putting his But that's what I was gonna. That's my point, Dan. Is that this kid is gonna be fine. I know people are he's scrappy.
He hasn't done anything yet, but Trey Harris is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Like
he's putting his body on the line for the team. I respect that.
And remember, he's the one that opened that hole for Amari and Hampton.
Yeah.
In the Giants game. He was the one that kind of cut through. And I feel like there's big things coming from him. It's obviously going to take him some time because you got Keenan, you got Lad, and you have Quentin in front of him. But I'm pretty sure pretty soon we're going to start. It's usually, remember, Dan, what did McGuigan say in that Hard Knocks?
McGuigan. If you do not block, you're on the sideline.
And this kid's starting to block, and he's blocking well. Yeah. They just need to get him going on the offensive side, and I'm sure he.
Either way, he had a couple good catches.
Yeah. So, and this is what Justin had to say about him today at after practice.
Yeah, I think he's able to do everything. We ask a lot of him in the run game, run blocking, and like we saw last week, he's very good at that and catch passes, and he's done a great job picking up the offense. And as a rookie, we ask a lot, and we know it's a tough offense to learn, and especially being a rookie is difficult in this league. But for him to be able to pick it up, handle all of that, everything that's on his plate, we're only going to keep building with him.
So the thing about, I remember people were asking him last year about Lad. Why wasn't Lad getting the ball? And with Justin, you have to develop that relationship.
Yeah,
you can't just get that quickly and develop it. With Justin, it takes time, which there's nothing wrong with it. But I'm telling you, like some of these plays that you're seeing, he's gonna start getting open. He's gonna start. Well, he's already starting to get open at times.
I
feel like as soon as Justin starts noticing him, he is definitely gonna start making huge plays. So I really feel like he's getting close into being one of those guys that pretty soon is going to be very explosive for the team. But Dan, one of the things that I know you don't like is naughtiness from certain people that you like. But I don't know how you would equate this, Dan. Is this naughty or is this fine from a certain individual? This is Eric D. Williams on
my goodness,
on Scott Kaplan's show. This is what he said.
No,
Dan.
he didn't.
When you look at the AFC West and you say, well, I'm kind of unimpressed with everybody in the NFC West. How do you feel about the 4 teams and call it the top 3 in the AFC West? Who impresses you, if anybody?
I like the way that the Chargers are finding ways to win with all the injuries that they're dealing with. So I have to give them credit for that. And specifically, I have to give Justin Herbert credit for how he's played, against the Dolphins, which, in previous years, that's a game the Chargers probably would have lost. That said, I am concerned about the injuries and how they're going to sustain when you know that the Chiefs are going to get better in the second half of the year. And I don't know if the Chargers are going to be on that same trajectory. So even though I picked the Chargers to win the division and to knock the Chiefs off, and the Chiefs obviously have dominated the division for the last decade, I don't know if they can continue to do that for the second half of the year because of the injuries that they sustain and the replacement players that are going to come in and try to replace the guys that they lost. And for me, the Broncos are clear number 3. I think Knicks is too inconsistent, and really they're just a defensive-led team right now.
Oh, who said that? A lot of people hated on you. A lot of people hated on you for that take.
Dude, people were getting pissed at me for saying that I didn't think Bo Nix is all that good.
Yeah, I remember that. But like
Christian Mehul, I said it a little while ago. I wouldn't read too much into that. Unless it's Chris Rim, Popper, the beat reporters that are around there, I wouldn't read a lot into that. I just don't want you guys to get, he took first team reps. Then you see Bradley Bozeman on Sunday and you're like, you go, what the? And then you guys are like, what the hell? So I just wouldn't read too much into that until you see it on the field.
See, Knox, because they're lame. That's why.
What did you think of, by the way, his Mariners got beaten down tonight 13-4, Eric's Mariners. But what did you think of? He's
not happy.
You
know what really pissed him off? That he didn't consider his beloved Pete Carroll and his Raiders as contenders or any of that. That's what really upset him. So, but like, you don't know how the thing is going to end. You don't know how they're going to perform. Like, you know,
that's the thing. They're going to start getting healthy.
Yeah, but like on top of that, like I get the Chiefs beat the Lions on Sunday and everything else, and it was double scores or by 2 scores or whatever. But it's like in every other game, they haven't looked great. So how do you know they're trending up?
They just lost to Jacksonville a week ago.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying the Chiefs, we don't usually get a roller coaster from the Chiefs. It's
at
usually
all
pretty
well, you
plain.
Remember last year they would play like shit, but they were undefeated in single score games, I think, or something like that.
This year they're 0-3.
This year it's kind of like moving around. Yeah.
But
that's what I'm saying. Like there's still like 10 games left. You don't know how it's gonna end.
And this is why I told you guys on the show yesterday. If it's a Super Bowl Chiefs Bucks and the Bucks are healthy, they're clapping those Chiefs.
I hope so. Again, I would love to see it twice.
They would thrash them.
Actually, no, I don't want the Chiefs anywhere in the Super Bowl. I don't want to see them at the week of. Nothing.
I know.
I can't stand it.
Well,
I'm tired of the stupid.
Taylor loves me, and Drew Tranquil's our guy. So
yeah, that's true. No, I like that.
I completely agree.
Then you see the professional prostitute, The Rock, was on their show, and I was like, oh God.
Oh, do you want to hear what he had to say?
No, because I don't care. Okay. The Brahma Bull is not real. It's the biggest myth perpetuated on the wrestling fans.
The one thing about the as we're the
closing
one thing
up,
the one thing about the Colts is their secondary has given up. They've given up some plays. Last week against Jacoby Brissett, because Kyler Murray was a game time decision, didn't play. Jacoby Brissett went 27-44, 322 touchdowns.
Holy chamolis! Where did this come from?
Marvin Harrison had 2 catches for 32 yards because Marvin got hurt. He had a concussion and they let him off. So he had to get off the out of the game. So if you're giving Justin Herbert the ample time that he needs, because that defensive front, Dan, that defensive front by them is very good, but their secondary is not good. Yeah. So that's what I'm interested to see. I think the Chargers and Justin Herbert are going to be able to attack their secondary, and I feel like they're going to be able to. I think they're going to be able to take it to their secondary and move the football like that. The only thing is, this is going to be an important game for the run game. The run game is gonna, the run game is gonna definitely need to be important in this game, Dan, because I think this is what the next 2 games are gonna decide if no, Christian, they're very expensive. Carne asada fries, a full order of carne asada fries, $22. Don't do it, Christian.
Are we in communist China?
So I think this is going to be a big game for the running game, Dan, for Kamani Vidal, Hassan Haskins, and if they bring up Jared Patterson or Naheem Hines, whichever one is a third back, they're going to have to make a decision because the trade deadline's coming. They have a game against the Colts, and 4 days later they play the The Vikings.
Vikings on Thursday
They
night,
need to
right?
split those games, Dan.
On Thursday night?
They need to split. Yeah.
Is it next Thursday?
Next Thursday?
Oh wow, that works out kind of nicely. Okay.
Yeah. So they're gonna have to split both games. If they win both of them, great. But they're gonna have to split them. They're gonna have to win one of those games. Obviously, you want to win the Colts one because it's the AFC. I digress. But this is gonna be a huge game for Kamani Vidal and for those guys because I still believe. I know Kamani had a great game on Sunday. They are gonna look for a running back because they know that they cannot. They know that they cannot rely. They have to wait for Omari and Hampton to come back. It's going to take a while. So you're going to need a running back that's going to be able to keep up and keep you going while you're waiting for him to come back. And hell, let's just say you end up getting a Breece Hall or a Tony Pollard or one of these guys. And then you bring Omarion back and you have a 2-back system that really works with Kamani behind them. What better way for them? Haywood, Lincoln, man.
Lincoln, what?
Lincoln.
What?
They just had
baby.
Went to Oregon, right?
What'd you say?
What's his name? Son just went to Oregon, right?
Yeah. Achilles Smith Jr. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Achilles used to be Dan's high school, one of Dan's high school coaches.
Quarterback coach.
A quarterback coach. So Achilles was always he was always nice.
Nice to me. He was and that's all that matters, Fernando. If they were nice to you.
But yeah, so definitely we'll see what happens.
I don't know. I don't even know what that means. I'm not even going to answer that. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. So obviously huge implications for this weekend. This is going to have to win. This has to be a game where they protect Justin Herbert. This has to be a game where they're able to move the football. They're able to score with the Colts. I'm not saying you have to completely stop Jonathan Taylor because that's almost impossible. You're going to have to slow him down.
But you get him under 100 yards.
The thing is, they gave the 3 running backs that they faced recently, all 3 of them have had big gains. You cannot let that happen because if not, they're just going to tear you apart, and that's what they're looking to do. And they have a good offensive line as well. Their interior of that offensive line is very, very good. So I'm interested to see how Tier Tart is going to handle playing them. So I think what the Chargers are going to need to do is play keep away a little bit when they have the ball and kind of have those long drives and sustain long drives. And we'll see how they're able to do that this weekend. But a couple of final things, Dan. This is what Shane Steichen had to say today. Friend of the show. We love Shane. Shane's a great guy.
Out. Return my
This is what he had to say about this season.
I think the biggest thing I've learned is that, they're playing together and there's a lot of belief in that locker room. And I think our preparation and our process, sticking to that every day and just believing in one another, you know what I mean? It's not chasing the results, it's chasing improvement. And that's what we're after every day, is chasing the improvement of getting better and not worrying about tomorrow, but we're worrying about here and right now.
Another guy that we haven't even mentioned, Dan, that they're going to have to look at is Ty Warren. That tight end is really good.
Oh, yeah. But the good part is, seriously, you have the tight end stopper with Derwin James. So
he's leading, I think, all tight ends in yards. He has 29 catches, 370, 2 touchdowns. He leads their team as well. Michael Pittman, 28 catches, 293. Michael Pittman is a very aggressive, very big, lengthy receiver who's going to use his body. He has 4 touchdowns. That's because he uses his body well in the red zone, in the end zone, and he's able to do stuff. Alec Pierce, obviously another shifty, Ladd McConkey-esque kind of receiver, 219 on 11 catches. That means he's averaging almost 20 yards a catch. He's more their down the field kind of receiver that they like to go to. Josh Downs, like we said, concussion, but we'll see what happens with him. Adonai Mitchell, the rookie out of Texas, I'm sure he's not happy about going to SoFi, Dan, against the Rams. He was the one that dropped that ball going into the end zone before he reached it, and it was a touchback. And then he's the one that on a Jonathan Taylor 60-yard touchdown to kind of put the game away, he had a holding call that was that brought the ball all the way back. So I'm sure he's not happy about coming
back to SoFi.
here,
Yeah.
But yeah, they have a good defense. Zaire Franklin, Dan, I don't know if you remember during the offseason, he was basically saying that he thought Justin Herbert was mid. Basically,
Yeah, isn't he a linebacker or something?
Yeah, so he was basically saying he thought Justin Herbert
He's gonna
was
find out. He's gonna find out.
We'll see.
But like that's the thing, right? Like, you know, someone said they've played garbage teams or whatever, but I mean, they're playing right now really well. They're winning.
Yeah, no, because
so they believe.
They have Tyquan Lewis, a defensive end. He has 3 sacks on the year.
Yeah.
Kwity Paye is the guy from Michigan that had a torn Achilles or ACL coming out of college. So he was coached by Jim Harbaugh. He has 3 sacks.
Yeah.
What's his name? We all know DeForest Buckner. DeForest Buckner will cause havoc. Dan, another one. Latu from UCLA.
Yeah.
He has 2 picks on the season.
Yeah, I was about to say he has a pick. Yeah.
As a defensive end.
Oh, here we go. So we're good to go. If it comes down to a game-winning kick, we're good to go. He's gonna miss the damn thing. I saw plenty of that. This stupid nickname over there.
But yeah,
it's gonna be a good game. You just gotta, you know, like Herbert, I wish they would do a little more play action, but get him out of the pocket, get some rollouts going. That way he has a chance to run if he wants. That way he's not standing like a statue either. That's the thing that kills me. You don't have him stand like a statue back there sometimes.
Last few things, Dan. This was Lad talking about Justin Herbert.
Do you feel comfortable catching the ball over the middle of the field?
I think I've gotten better at it for sure, especially when we got 10 back there. I mean, he protects me. He's like, you know, something's going to happen. He's going to throw me low, stop me if I need to. So
ball placement tells you
no
where
doubt.
the defender is?
So Justin will tell you, he's like, I put it on this shoulder, turn that way, put it on this shoulder, turn that way. So, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's how smart he is. My guy is a machine. He has a computer chip in there. You just got to let him cook. Let him cook and give him some time. Although sometimes he's computing a little too much.
Dan, your favorite guy.
Oh, who is it? Is it my dog?
Guys like Justin Herbert of the LA Chargers. Both his starting tackles are out.
My God,
both his starting running backs are out. His go-to receiver's out. But he throws for 276 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Got me feeling nice.
He does it at crunch time. It's not if, it's when he rips you. Ho! Guys like Justin Herbert of the LA
do we
Chargers.
understand? Like, is he in the Hall of Fame? No, right?
No.
Dude, if he ever gets,
you want to get him on the
Fame,
show?
I would love to. That is a guy I would love to have a conversation with so badly. And I would love to talk to him. I mean, obviously it depends because, I mean, you guys are the professionals. But I got a T-shirt that says journalism, so I guess that counts nowadays. I don't know. But, like, could you imagine you have to explain – like, imagine a Tampa Bay fan when, you know, I guess someone's grandson who saw him win the Super Bowl is going to come up to him and be like, hey, Grandpa, did you see this guy? He's hilarious on TikTok. He's so funny, da-da-da-da. And he's like, well, shit fire, son. That was the guy who won a Super Bowl. This guy was a coach. There's no way. He's yelling nicey and doing all this stuff. So that's absolutely. How are you going to explain that to people? You know what I mean?
By the way, Myles
That's
Garrett
funny,
was
Alex.
asked about the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL.
Top 5 list, top 10 list.
He always looks like he's in pain. Like you decided to stay,
Pat
dude.
Will be on there.
Listen to what he got.
Ben will be on there. Brady
Ben
will be
who?
on there.
Tom Brady. Ben Roethlisberger. Listen.
Let's see. I think one day Herbert will be in there.
There you go.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer one day. But after that, I don't know. I don't remember all the names I sacked. I'm just worried about the next one.
That was kind of a pretty shitty list. If that was of all time, that's a pretty shitty
Oh,
list.
it's Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger. No, I think the top quarterbacks that he sacked.
Oh, sacked. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. I was like hearing that, and I was like, "Wow, he got to sack Brady." Not a lot of people get to do that. Damn. I hope.
Or remember Joey in the NFC in the playoffs,
2018.
He goes, "Hey, he's like,
hang on to the ball.
Let me try and get you." But I thought that was funny. This is a clip that everybody's talking about, Dan, that got deleted off of Chargers.com.
I don't know why they deleted it. These people are just so soft. Like seriously, that's what. Not Mason Rudolph. That's what. Like I hate that we're just so soft. Like this is a sport of violence. This is a sport of like men. Like they're in the they're in the arena, And we're like, oh no, we can't. Oh, the naughty words. Oh, like shh. No bad words, please. The children. No, I'm sorry. It's not for kids. If they don't want to see blood and everything else, get them out of here. Let the violence reign.
Dan, why don't you read that?
Zoom in so I can see it a little better. I don't have my. Oh, the old geezer wants me to put a final nail in his coffin. I'll be more than happy. I love that. I love that. I cannot wait to see that.
Dom's your guy.
That it, dude. But I've been calling it since
he came in. You said if they turn him heel, he'll be different.
Exactly. I said he needs to get away from his dad like that. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Barbic, I'll ask him on Sunday if they lose. I'll ask him Sunday what it's gonna take. But Dan, last thing, I just got to give it to you one more time.
Guys like Justin Herbert of the LA Chargers. Both his starting tackles are out. Both his starting running backs are out. His go-to receiver's out. But he throws for 276 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Got me feeling nice.
He does it at crunch time. It's not if, it's when he rips you.
Oh! Dude, you can tell he knows when the beat drop's coming and he times it up. He knows when the zoom in happens and he makes the face. Oh my goodness.
Did you see the Brian Branch thing or no?
I saw him punching wasn't it an offensive lineman?
No. So watch this.
I saw him punch somebody, but like why not cut out the middleman? Go punch Mahomes. Go punch Kelsey. That's what I would have gone to go punch. Yeah, and then I heard that Andy Reid was like, I will give anyone $100,000 that can prove the refs favored us. Oh, shut the fuck up, Andy Reid. Shut the fuck up. We all have eyes. It's like, get out of here, dude. Oh, shout out Haywood Jablomi. Have fun at the Vikings game.
What?
He's going to the Vikings game.
Oh.
War games, I don't know, Alex. It looked pretty expensive last time I think we looked, so I don't know. I don't know if I'll be a Oh, yeah, he punched Juju. Like, come on, dude. He punched Juju. I get he's annoying, but you want to beat the shit out of someone, beat the shit out of Mahomes. Out of Mahomes and Kelsey. That's how, like, Juju, really? Like, he's not even the bass player in the band. Like, whatever.
Alex, I will be going to War Games. I'm trying to get Dan there. We'll see what.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they got me feeling nicey. Oh.
Dan might be going to John Cena's last match. Maybe
we'll see. I still don't know.
All right.
I
appreciate everybody.
show.
Dan, you have the Chargers winning this weekend.
Of course I do. What kind of person would I be if I doubted?
Okay.
I've already gone through this much hell.
We'll see what happens. Guys, do not forget. God bless. No, Brett. Cardi B is not hosting that shit. Again, don't forget this Sunday, it's a 105 game, so we'll probably start at about 5. Hopefully there's no overtime. It happens during the regular time. I'll go down to the locker room, come back up. We will shoot the episode. So probably be here around 5:15 on Sunday. So that we can get because we're gonna jump on live. I'll tell you guys what I heard in the locker room. And yeah, we'll do that. So Sunday, don't forget to check out everything else on Compas on the Beat. We will be back on Sunday. Monday, don't forget Lunes Live. We love when all you guys jump in and we all start talking.
Bring up that Bronson Reed question, whoever asked that on Tuesday.
Okay, I will.
Monday for you guys.
Yeah, I'll ask Gilbert. It's a doubleheader on Monday again.
Oh God.
But okay, thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. We'll be back Sunday, so don't forget to hit the notification button so you guys know. Dan, what should the folks be doing?
Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend. Sorry. Be a compa, tell a compa, like, comment, subscribe. And don't forget, we'll never find out why John Cena became The Rock's bitch.